My name is Mara Kuzmich, and my topic presentation is The Future of Arms Trafficking in Pakistan. Arms trafficking is the illegal smuggling of contraband weapons or ammunition. The sale of small arms or light weapons and their implements account for 10 to 20% of total global illegal arms trade, bringing in approximately $8 billion annually. According to the 2005 Small Arms Survey, small arms conflicts also comprise an estimated 60 to 90% of the 100,000 conflict deaths each year. The global arms trafficking industry is valued at over $60 billion. Data has shown that illicit arms trafficking fuels civil wars, leads to high crime rates, and perhaps most disturbingly, supplies the arsenals of some of the Western world's most dangerous terrorist enemies. What are the effects and consequences of that in Pakistan? The proliferation of small arms and light weapons is one of the major security challenges currently faced by South Asia and Pakistan in particular. The trafficking and varied availability of these weapons fuel communal conflict, political instability, and pose a threat not only to security but also to viable development. The widespread proliferation of small arms is contributing to alarming levels of armed conflicts and insurgencies. Pakistan is among those countries in which every passing year witnesses an increase in the proliferation of small arms. What do we know about the proliferation of the small arms? There are a number of reasons that help in the acceleration of small arms proliferation. The severe proliferation of small arms began after the Russian invasion of Afghanistan in 1979. Jihadis were trained in Pakistan during the Cold War against the Soviets and were equipped with small arms provided by the U.S. According to reports, in addition to cross-border flow of weapons, an estimated 30% of the weapons funneled by U.S. and Pakistan intelligence to the Afghan resistance were diverted for other purposes. So the ongoing conflicts in Pakistan and Kashmir also continue to result in the proliferation of small arms. And an unknown quantity of weapons, likely in the thousands, was diverted into the hands of Pakistani dealers and have today ended up in borders, arms bazaars supplying militant sectarian groups, terrorists, drug cartels, criminals, and those seeking protection from such groups. Dera Adankiel is a city nestled in the western foothills of the Safed Coal Mountains in northwestern Pakistan. A jumble of low buildings forms the bazaar that has been the center of guns and drugs in this part of the world for more than a century. There are dozens of weapons factories manufacturing everything from just copies to very sophisticated weapons. What needs to be done for Pakistan? Arms control is imperative for contending with a dangerous world. Arms control should focus on preventing terrorist groups and extremist regimes from gaining access to the world's most dangerous weapons. Arms control must tighten controls on nuclear and biological technologies in particular. Arms control should work to deprive terrorist groups and extremist militias of resources and sanctuaries, and policymakers need to do whatever is feasible to limit access to such weaponry through diplomacy, economic instruments, and in some cases, humanitarian military intervention. Will there be control of weapons? What will be the result? It's my opinion that there will be no control because the laws are lax, the culture is conducive, and the border is porous. The connection between tourism and organized crime, including illicit small arms and light weapons trafficking, will continue to be is a serious threat to international peace and security. It will also continue to be an obstacle to sustainable development and menace to the rule of law. And terrorists and criminals will continue to easily be able to move illicit weapons from one region to another, also because of lack of strong international response. So this is my belief that there will be no control. Thank you, and these are my references.